When the sun dips behind Monaco's Golden Bay, a different world awakens. The glow of twilight dances on the curves of a Bugatti, the deep purr of a Ferrari echoes through marble streets, and the air turns electric with anticipation. This isn't the Monaco of bankers and meetings, this is the Monaco of the night. Dazzling, seductive, and untouchably exclusive. Along the glittering boulevards, women step out of supercars like modern goddesses, their heels clicking like a countdown to another unforgettable evening. Welcome to Inside the Billionaires, the channel that takes you beyond the velvet ropes into the real heartbeat of the world's most luxurious playground. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because what you're about to see will change the way you imagine wealth and beauty forever. Because tonight, we're entering Monaco as you've never seen it before, where beauty meets horsepower, power flirts with mystery, and every reflection on Monte Carlo's streets hides a secret waiting to be revealed. As the final rays of sunlight melt into the Mediterranean, Monaco transforms from a picture-perfect postcard into a living masterpiece of gold and glass. The harbor glows like a crown made of reflections, each yacht sparkling under the first kiss of moonlight. A Rolls-Royce glides past the Hôtel de Paris, its polished surface mirroring the city's lights like liquid fire. Streetlights awaken one by one, tracing the coastline in a glowing necklace that curves around the cliffs of Monte Carlo. This is the hour when billionaires trade meetings for martinis, when the air smells of sea salt and expensive perfume, and every sound, from the hum of a Lamborghini to the pop of a champagne cork, becomes part of Monaco's symphony of wealth. The restaurants begin to fill, laughter spilling onto the terraces overlooking the marina. The soft murmur of French, Italian, and English blends into the rhythm of the night, while photographers wait by the entrance of the Casino de Monte Carlo, hoping to capture that perfect arrival. Every second feels rehearsed, yet spontaneous, a city in motion where elegance never rests. Even the sky seems choreographed, as helicopters descend gracefully toward the rooftop pads of glass towers, their lights cutting through the velvet night. Somewhere out there, a new guest is stepping onto a yacht, a woman in silver silk whose name no one dares to speak, but everyone knows to watch. And just when you think you've seen Monaco's full glow, something else stirs. A whisper carried on the wind from the harbor, the distant roar of an engine revving in the shadows, the promise that the real show hasn't even begun. Because in Monaco, nightfall isn't the end of the day. It's the beginning of the legend. There's a moment in Monaco's nightlife when the streets themselves turn into a fashion runway, not for models, but for machines and their muses. The boulevard in front of the Casino de Monte Carlo glows beneath 1,000 lights, polished marble reflecting the shimmer of diamonds, sequins, and chrome. A red Ferrari glides to a stop like a heartbeat, its door lifts, and from within steps a woman whose every move feels choreographed by destiny. Cameras flash, strangers pause, and for a few seconds, the entire avenue forgets to breathe. Every corner of Monte Carlo becomes a stage. The roundabout by Café de Paris, the steps of Hôtel Hermitage, the promenade above Port Hercule. The city doesn't just host luxury, it performs it. Supercars line up in colors that rival gemstones, sapphire blue McLarens, emerald green Lamborghinis, pearl white Rolls Royces. Each one carries not just a driver, but a story of success, seduction, and silent competition. It's not about who owns the fastest car, it's about who arrives with the most style. Women appear in couture gowns that shimmer like moonlight, their heels striking the pavement in rhythm with the engine's growls. The street becomes a living pulse, power meeting beauty, precision meeting grace. Here, a turn of the head can say more than $1 million, and one smile can start an empire. Tourists lean against the barriers, phones raised, trying to capture what feels like a dream. But the truth is, what happens on these streets can't be caught in a photo. The atmosphere hums with the tension of desire and admiration. It's not chaos, but a perfectly balanced performance of elegance. And just as the night feels complete, a whisper slices through the noise. A new arrival. The crowd shifts, engines quiet for a heartbeat. A matte black Bugatti. La voiture noire rolls in, its silhouette absorbing every glimmer of light around it. The door opens slowly, and all eyes turn toward the woman stepping out, her gaze calm, her presence almost unreal. In Monaco, it's not the cars that make the streets come alive, it's the mystery of those who command them. And tonight, the city is about to meet its newest legend. In Monaco, a car is never just a car. It's a language, one spoken through horsepower, precision, and pure intent. When the engines ignite, the city listens. The thunder of a V12 echoes through the marble canyons of Monte Carlo, vibrating against the glass facades of luxury boutiques. Every acceleration, every subtle rev, is a declaration of wealth, of confidence, of presence. A crimson Ferrari pulls up to the casino square, its exhaust growling like a predator claiming its territory. Moments later, a silver McLaren 720S glides beside it, whispering speed through design rather than volume. It's not competition, it's conversation. Owners nod to each other like kings acknowledging equals, while the crowd of onlookers leans forward, phones raised, trying to capture power made visible. Here, the supercars don't just transport, they introduce. Each color, each curve, each purr of the engine reflects its owner's personality. The young billionaire prefers the bold orange of a Lamborghini Aventador. The elegant heiress favors the quiet strength of a pearl-white Rolls-Royce Cullinan. And somewhere in between, a matte black Bugatti Chiron prowls silently through the crowd, its driver unseen, only the legend of its worth is known. For Monaco's elite, these machines are not about destination, but declaration. They speak in details: carbon fiber, stitched leather, and the rare gleam of a one-of-one finish. When a car door opens, it's like a curtain rising at the world's most exclusive performance. Out steps not just a driver, but a symbol of an entire lifestyle: fast, flawless, and untouchable. As the night deepens, the boulevard turns into an orchestra of motion. Engines blending with laughter, the rhythm of heels echoing through the pavements, the scent of sea and fuel hanging in the air. Yet even amid all this perfection, a sound cuts through the harmony. Deeper, rarer, unmistakable. The crowd falls silent as a golden Pagani Huayra glides into view, its carbon gold body shimmering like molten light. No one knows who's behind the wheel, but the moment feels charged, as if Monaco itself is holding its breath. Because in this city, every arrival carries a message, and this one feels like the beginning of something unforgettable. When night fully claims Monaco, something subtle yet powerful happens. The spotlight shifts. Beneath the glittering skyline, a different kind of royalty emerges. They don't wear crowns, yet every gaze bends toward them. These are the hidden queens of the night, women whose elegance carries the weight of influence, whose silence commands more than words ever could. They arrive quietly, often alone, stepping out from supercars that match their moods, obsidian black for mystery, rose gold for allure. Inside the terraces of the Hôtel de Paris, they move like whispers through champagne light. A tilt of the head, a shared glance across the room, and million-dollar decisions are rewritten. Some are heiresses, others are self-made entrepreneurs who turned beauty into empire. To the world, they're guests at a party. To Monaco's elite, they're the pulse that keeps the night alive. Each has her own kind of power. One invests in luxury real estate projects along Lavoto Beach. Another curates exclusive art deals behind closed doors. They rarely speak publicly, yet every brand, every billionaire wants their approval. Their allure isn't loud, it's magnetic. They turn conversation into negotiation and admiration into opportunity. The whispers say that even Zeus, Monaco's most enigmatic figure, defers to one of them. Some call her the Queen of Shadows, a woman of calm authority and effortless control. Wherever she appears, time seems to slow. Her presence can hush a crowd faster than any spotlight. But who is she really? A socialite, a strategist, or the unseen architect of the city's wealth? As the night deepens, the queens fade into the rhythm of the music, their laughter blending with the hum of engines outside. Their stories vanish as quickly as they appear, leaving behind only questions and the faint scent of intrigue in the air. Because in Monaco, not every ruler sits on a throne. Some reign in silence, their empires built from secrets and stares. And tonight, as the last yacht lights up the horizon, one thing becomes clear. The men may own the city's towers, but the women, they rule its nights. Not every light in Monaco is meant to be seen. When the music fades from the public clubs and the tourists drift away, a different rhythm begins to pulse, hidden behind mirrored doors, glass elevators, and guarded yacht decks. These are the private parties, where wealth stops being a display and becomes a ritual. Only those who belong, or are invited by those who do, ever get to see what truly unfolds when luxury turns intimate. The night begins on the terraces overlooking Port Hercule, where champagne flows like liquid gold and laughter sparkles louder than the city lights. Helicopters touch down on private pads, bringing guests whose names are never printed but always whispered. A pianist plays near the infinity pool. The water glows soft blue, reflecting silhouettes of gowns and tuxedos worth fortunes. Here, conversation replaces small talk. Every word carries the scent of opportunity. Every smile hides a deal in motion. The yachts anchored offshore are more than floating mansions. They are floating kingdoms. One belongs to a Middle Eastern magnate whose onboard art collection rivals small museums. Another is owned by a tech billionaire who never appears in photos, but is said to host gatherings that redefine indulgence. Dishes arrive plated like jewelry, bottles of vintage champagne open without labels, because here, brands matter less than the mystery behind them. At the center of it all, there's always one woman who seems to hold the room effortlessly, poised, unbothered, quietly powerful. Some say she's Zeus's queen, others call her the heartbeat of Monaco. She doesn't command attention, it simply drifts toward her. Her laughter cuts through the baseline, her glance decides who stays and who fades into the night. As dawn edges closer, the laughter softens and the music dims to a murmur. Guests begin to disappear into waiting limousines, but whispers linger in the air, rumors of new alliances, unseen fortunes, and one mysterious deal sealed before sunrise. Because in Monaco, the real power doesn't live in daylight. It's born in the hush of midnight conversations, sealed with a look and protected by silence. And just as the city begins to sleep, another door opens, promising a night even more secret than the last. As midnight wraps Monaco in liquid gold, the city transforms into a living playground for the world's elite, a realm where power hums beneath the roar of engines. The streets become alive with motion. Ferraris growl past the harbor, Lamborghinis flash like streaks of lightning, and Rolls-Royces glide silently through the marble-lit boulevards. Each car isn't just transportation, it's a throne on wheels, a reflection of its owner's dominance in the game of luxury. The people of this world move with the same rhythm. Women in shimmering gowns step out of supercars with cinematic grace, their perfume blending with the scent of sea breeze and fuel. Men in tailored suits exchange handshakes that seal million-dollar deals as if they were casual greetings. Tourists lift their phones, hoping to capture a piece of the fantasy. But Monaco's magic can't be framed. It's the feeling of standing in a place where perfection never sleeps. Every corner of the casino square and the boulevard by Hôtel de Paris feels choreographed yet unpredictable, like a silent race where the prize is attention itself. Music from nearby clubs mixes with the symphony of revving engines, while flashes of light reflect off the chrome bodies of Aston Martins and McLarens. The city pulses with beauty and ambition, every reflection telling a new story. And then, through the shimmering chaos, a golden Bugatti rolls into view. Conversations stop. Cameras rise. Its driver remains unseen, but the aura is unmistakable. Someone powerful has just entered Monaco's most exclusive playground, where not everyone is invited and nothing is ever just for show. In Monaco, beauty is never accidental, it's deliberate, disciplined, and dangerously powerful. As the woman in white steps out of her golden Bugatti, the entire square seems to freeze. Light folds around her silhouette, turning every movement into poetry. The reflection of her car glows against the marble streets, and for a fleeting moment, it feels as if the night itself bends to her presence. Here, beauty isn't a compliment, it's a weapon. Every glance, every smile, every pause is calculated with the precision of a master chess player. The women of Monaco understand this better than anyone. They've learned that in a city ruled by wealth and ambition, the most valuable currency isn't gold or power, it's the ability to control attention. And she does, effortlessly. Around her, the city hums in perfect rhythm. Ferraris purr like symphonies, Lamborghinis growl in bursts of flame, and Rolls-Royces glide by with the grace of ghosts. Men in tailored suits lean on their machines, pretending not to stare but failing miserably. Even Zeus, Monaco's silent emperor of the night, watches from across the square, his expression unreadable, yet his eyes say what words never could. The crowd senses something between them, not love, not rivalry, but a kind of unspoken recognition. Two powers meeting without needing to collide. The woman smiles faintly, as if aware of the effect she commands, then turns away, her reflection dissolving into the Bugatti's golden surface. Because in Monaco, true dominance doesn't shout, it whispers. It moves slowly, confidently through the noise and neon, rewriting the rules without ever announcing them. The women who master this game don't compete, they orchestrate. They understand that beauty opens doors, but mystery keeps them locked for everyone else. As her car disappears down the boulevard, the night exhales, softer, quieter, as though the city itself just witnessed a performance it can't forget. And in that silence, one truth lingers. In Monaco, power isn't always driven. Sometimes, it simply walks by. As dawn creeps across the Riviera, the roar of engines fades into a hush. The lights of Monte Carlo begin to dim, but the memories of the night refuse to die. The air still carries a faint perfume of champagne and sea salt, mingling with the ghostly echo of laughter that once filled the boulevards. Monaco, wrapped in soft shades of gold and silver, looks calm again. Yet beneath that calm lies the pulse of everything that happened under the moonlight. The streets that glittered hours ago are now lined with resting supercars. Ferraris, McLarens, and Bugattis sit in silence, their bodies kissed by the first light of morning. Each one feels like a sleeping beast, elegant, powerful, and waiting for night to fall again. The marble pavements still glisten from the night's energy, as if refusing to let go of the footsteps that danced across them. Inside the cafes, a few of last night's dreamers sip espresso, their sunglasses hiding the fatigue, or perhaps the secrets, of what unfolded behind closed doors. Conversations drift quietly. A new partnership sealed on a yacht, a royal sighting at the casino, a mysterious woman who arrived in a golden car and vanished before dawn. The city breathes these stories like oxygen, feeding the myth of Monaco itself. And somewhere above, from a penthouse overlooking the harbor, Zeus watches the sunrise. His empire sleeps, but his mind doesn't. Because in Monaco, power never truly rests. It only changes hands, shifts glances, and trades smiles under the guise of elegance. The woman in white. She's gone, leaving behind nothing but whispers and reflection. Proof that in this city, legends don't need to last forever to be remembered. As the sun climbs higher, Monaco awakens once more. Polished, perfect, and pretending nothing ever happened. But those who were there know the truth. Every night here writes a new chapter, and every dawn hides the evidence of what only the moon is allowed to see. As the sun finally rises over Monaco, the world's most exclusive playground slips back into perfection, polished marble, quiet yachts, and the calm illusion that nothing extraordinary ever happened. Yet those who witnessed the night know better. Beneath every shimmer of gold and glass lies a secret of beauty turned into strategy, of engines roaring like symphonies, of glances powerful enough to shift empires. Because Monaco is not just a city, it's a stage. By day, it plays the role of elegance and order. By night, it becomes a kingdom ruled by mystery, allure, and ambition. Every street, every car, every whisper carries the essence of dreams too bold to be spoken aloud. And when the last echo fades, one truth remains. Legends don't live forever, but in Monaco, they're reborn every night. If you've enjoyed this journey through the heart of Monaco's billionaires, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss what happens when the next night falls. Comment below. If you had one night in Monaco, would you choose the car, the party, or the power? Because here, every choice writes your story, and only the bold get remembered.